Put on these headphones. Hello. I'm just gonna get right started with this. The title says Oakland school closures, crypto sanctions, and Mexican or football fights. I'm gonna get started with the football fights because it's just crazy and less important. Wait for people to trickle in, but I'm gonna try my hardest to keep this update pretty short because I want to go on a run. All right, let's get started here. I hope everyone's doing well that re-watches this. Haven't been doing so well. I've been kind of stuck. Went to yoga and I've been stiff for like a week because I did yoga. So I'm getting old, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. All right. So I don't know if you guys saw this story. Basically, there was a huge fight at a football match in Mexico. It's pretty gruesome. 17 people. There were some stories that I saw on Instagram around this originally, and that's where I found out about it. But they're like crazy fights. Like people, like basically, like people using chairs, kicking in the face. Basically, like I saw a video of like people getting stripped down naked while they're getting kicked in the face, kicked in the ribs, like getting body slammed and stuff, just crazy stuff. So a confrontation between fans of the Querétaro and Atlas teams in Mexico left at least 17 dead and more than 20 injured, according to information disclosed by the media of the Central American country. Mexico's not a Central American country. This is on Telesur, but yeah, you can find some like probably on Twitter. You can probably find more stories, but it's like the more graphic ones, pretty bad. So on this 63rd minute of a match, started fighting. So people were allowed on the field. This really like puts a Raiders game, an Oakland Raiders game, to shame. But check out this video. Let me find like a crazier one. Maybe they'll have it. Switch screens really quick. Dang. Am I shadow banned already? Nobody's joined the chat. Usually there's at least one person so far. I've been going for 5 minutes already. See that person with a chair? All right, let's check out the videos of like some fighting. I don't want the field. There's like people in the stands. Look at. Candlelight. Man, I kind of want to. I want to find these. Whoa! All right, this shit is crazy. It's like I'm scared to show. There's like bloody. There's like people like dead on the floor. Some of these videos that I saw. I don't really even know what they're fighting about. I guess just like football stuff. Um, people get more aggravated for small things when there's like a global pandemic and recession happening. So I'm not trying to instigate that. That's probably why. But the red and the blue, Crips and Bloods fighting each other, I guess. But I haven't found why this fight started. Dang, there was one in Egypt as well. Okay, so hello, watcher. How are you? Like, share, and subscribe to the broadcast. How about that? Get the message out. I want to just apologize for this banner at the top, the blue and yellow one. I used the free version of this, and they are supporting neo-Nazis in Ukraine, but I did not promote that message here on this channel. I am anti-Nazi always, so I didn't vote for. That's why I don't vote for Democrats or Republicans. All right, let's go to the story about Oakland. So if you were watching, or if you watched my last upload, my last live broadcast, I was at a rally. But basically what's happening in Oakland is the Oakland City School District is closing down 12 schools, elementary and middle school schools in the poor side of Oakland, obviously, due to budget cuts. Why people are rallying for this is because, one, Gavin Newsom has said that we have like a $45 billion surplus. So my ask is, why are we shutting down schools if we have a surplus? Why are schools being shut down in California? We should be expanding education. Let me share. There's two particular things that I want to talk about. One, basically the school district within 2 months decided that they're going to shut down 12 schools. That's why people are mad. And the union fight against this. Let me just share the article about this specifically. Dang. Hey guys, put you on the overlay for a second. Go ahead and send a comment so it could show up. But let's see, Rady Boys, man, who Radical Leftist Agenda, thank you for the raid. This is my first raid ever. I appreciate it. I've maybe you have raided me before, maybe. It's popping off on Twitch right now. Thank you. Hey Les Bones, how are you doing? The talentless art feel. What's up? Welcome. Invalid. How's it going, man? I hope you're well. I know I always say I'm going to start streaming and I don't. It's just life happens. Hello, Spear 40. Hope you're related to Britney Spears. Stargazer Steph, how's it going? Welcome. Dad, you are. How's it going? All right. Well, welcome everyone. Thanks. Wow, yeah, the viewer count really shot up there. So welcome to the channel. I just showed a bunch of people getting basically beat to death in Mexico. There was a Mexican soccer match that got violent. 17 people died, 20 injured. It was crazy. So if you caught that, keep looking at the videos because there's some crazy ones if you like that kind of stuff. If you didn't catch that before this raid, I wasn't paying attention. Go back in time or just look on Twitter, just Mexican soccer match. There's a bunch of videos. It happened during the weekend. So, but right now we're talking about, if you were paying attention to me, I went to a rally on Saturday. So basically Oakland shutting down schools. So I'm talking, sharing this information with you. Why are they closing the schools down? The Oakland Teachers Union is taking legal action against the school district and its decision to close and merge about a dozen schools. So community members posted in East Oakland. This is it was a march and then a rally. I didn't get to go to the march, but after weeks of pushback, the union filed an unfair labor practice charge with the Public Employment Relations Board, known as PERB. Union leaders say the school district must provide 1 year of community engagement before closing the school. However, the decision to close and merge happened within 2 months. Members say it brings them one step closer to hearing before a judge can potentially put the pause on the school closures. So let me switch to like a story that has a little bit more context around this, but basically the schools are closing it because of budget cuts. So they say probably because of COVID. There was a hunger strike, a 20-day hunger strike that happened because of this. Obviously that hunger strike was unsuccessful, but that's how I learned about this situation. So this was last month. They're not on hunger strike anymore, but Andre Sanchez and Moses Omolade went, no, this is over. So they went 18 days without eating in protest of the school closures. I believe Andre here is a music teacher, And then what was this guy's name? And Moses, he was like I don't know if he was a teacher, but he was a faculty member at one of the schools. But yeah, let's see. So basically, there was a bunch of demands. They went on hunger strike, obviously to stop the school closures. They wanted to speak with Gavin Newsom, um, and ask him why are they closing the schools. But basically, I think they're trying to privatize the schools. That's why they're closing them down. They are unprofitable. Um, I believe I read the backstory a little bit, but I believe that the Oakland school district took out a loan or something, um, uh, by the state, that's backed by the state. Basically, they have to repay the state. So that's why they wanted to talk to Gavin Newsom. I think I'm going to try to get these guys on an interview, because I kind of want to hear what they have to say, and talk about a little bit more of the story. But it's hard to follow a bunch of stories. I'm just trying to give you guys highlights. If you want to know more, go do your own research. I'm not here to try to provide that kind of stuff. I'm here to enlighten. So they went on hunger strike. I'm going to try to get one of these guys on for an interview, because it's just sad. During a pandemic, they're closing down schools. Obviously, it's going to affect children. Now, larger classroom sizes. I believe right now, like the average in California is like 30 students or something per class, or per teacher. So you can expect that to increase. But in addition to lower quality education, in-person education that comes with schools closing, having to move, having to take the bus to school, all that stuff. There's a lot of people that lose their jobs, and that's why this union's getting involved, because a lot of people, a lot of teachers are going to lose their jobs, and the custodians and the admins of the school. So while I was at the protest, it's the last live video, like I mentioned. There's a bunch of community members, but at that protest, it was all of the faculty and the family members of these people that will be affected by the school closures. So yeah, I'll see what happens here. But if you live in Oakland, or surrounding Oakland, start to get involved. They mentioned at the rally, all of the organizers, that they will be trying to shut down Oakland every 2 weeks until they stop the school closures. So there's going to be more things that come out of this. This hunger strike was kind of the initial thing, but there'll be more rallies and more marches. Um, it was very powerful. There's a lot of powerful speeches in my last broadcast at this rally, so go ahead and give that a listen or rewatch. All right. Hope everyone's doing well. Again, thank you for the raid, Radical Leftist Agenda. And for people who have stayed, thank you for staying. Hopefully it's interesting, but tell me if you're bored as fuck, or just leave, if that's the case. All right. So the next thing I kind of want to go over is, so people always say that Bitcoin is the future and all of that good stuff. Bitcoin cannot be confiscated. All of that stuff. But it can be sanctioned. It's unsanctionable, right? That's what they say about Bitcoin. You can't sanction Bitcoin because everyone owns it. No government owns it. But that's not the case. Kind of not the case. Oh, dang! I thought I skipped the. I thought I entered the URL in the browser window tab. Okay, you guys can see. So Coinbase blocks 200 or 25,000 Russia-linked crypto addresses over illicit activity. So this isn't really like it's these addresses. It's Coinbase that's blocked it, but basically, if you had any transaction from a Russian-based Bitcoin address, they're flagging that Bitcoin, and they won't let you trade that out for dollars. California Fools, what's good? And I thought Coinbase was coin-based. No. Coinbase is the worst exchange or wallet to have, and this proves it right here. Crypto trading platform Coinbase said Monday it has blocked 25,000 digital wallets linked to Russian entities or individuals. The move that came as the company aimed to tackle concerns that cryptocurrencies could be used to evade sanctions imposed over the Ukrainian invasion. So they're seizing crypto. This happened like last month in Canada. Now it's happened here in the United States. If you have received any cryptocurrency that is linked to a Russian wallet, you can't use it. You can't cash it out in Coinbase. So not that it's like sanctioned, but if you want US dollars for it, good luck, or try somewhere else, because you're not going to be able to trade that Bitcoin for US dollars using Coinbase. Man, I wish I could show you the little emojis, because I think that emojis California Fool says based. Welcome. Thank you for the comment. So here's what Coinbase snitches said. Once we identify these addresses, we share them with the government to further support sanction enforcement. Grawl, so some dude at Coinbase, fully supports the international economic sanctions imposed on Russia following its invasion of Ukraine. These sanctions have included measures targeted at specific state-sponsored businesses and banks, as well as a group of individuals. That includes the country's richest oligarchs, and President Vladimir Putin himself. Dang. Putin he's into crypto. Okay, they sanction Russians. All right, that's the end of that. Another story related to this, though. Okay, so that's Bitcoin, that's Coinbase. Another person that we're not friendly with in the past, however, I've heard that we're getting friendly with Venezuela again to be able to steal their oil, because I'm gonna say that I'm the person who coined the term. So if you hear it or see it on Twitter as a hashtag, freedom gas, the freedom gallon. The freedom gallon will be the $9 gallon of gas that we get to pay thanks to Brandon, aka Joe Biden. But he's going to try to solve the problem by trying to get Iranian gas and Venezuelan gas. But we haven't been so nice to those countries in the past, so I don't know how he's going to convince them to sell gas to us. I guess we're going to have to steal it. That's what I'm thinking. So this MetaMask platform, MetaMask, I think it's like Coinbase. I don't use it, but I believe it's like Coinbase, but it's more Ethereum focused. So you could like trade Ethereum and stuff like that. They have sanctioned Ethereum that is associated to users in Venezuela. Okay, so the infrastructure service, also owned by Ethereum conglomerate Consensus, has imposed new geoblocks. Infra closely monitors changes to sanctions program announced by Office of Foreign Assets Control and narrowly tailors its internal controls to comply with the law. Currently, these regions are Iran, North Korea, Cuba, Syria, so they're already blocking. Okay, so there's two examples right there of being sanctioned. Although it's not the coin itself, it's not Bitcoin or Ethereum. It's just these exchanges that you have to exchange that Bitcoin for dollars. Give me 1 second. All right, can you guys see? Can you guys hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Did you like that music? Where was I? So it's the exchanges where you have to exchange your cryptocurrency that's blocking people because everyone has a wallet ID. So, I mean, I'm still going to hold Bitcoin. I don't really transact in Bitcoin. I stack stats. So I'm getting worried about because if this can happen, it's going to become less valuable. Obviously, there could always be a new wallet that shows up. You don't have to deal once you can just make transactions peer to peer. Like you don't really need an exchange. Like the dollar is becoming less worthless, so it's like why would you trade into US dollars pretty soon? If that makes sense. Look at this. MetaMask is still a decentralized tool. Corinne Daniels, CEO of crypto startup Smart DeFi, told CoinDesk in a Twitter message. It's just their default connections aren't. I don't even know what that means. Okay. So, you can't deal with regular money right now with Russia. We've sanctioned them. You can't do business with them. You can't exchange rubles for US dollars. It's impossible to do. So we can't deal with Russia at all to get around sanctions using money, obviously. You can't get around Russia. You can't get around these sanctions using cryptocurrency anymore. We thought that you could use it, but you can't because they're going to flag all the exchanges on the wallets. If you do any business with a wallet from Russia, one of these wallets from one of these, from Putin or whoever is in Russia that they sanctioned these wallets, that Bitcoin is worthless if you're trying to exchange it for US dollars. But so it's like, what's left? Everyone says that crypto or Bitcoin specifically is better than gold for those reasons. So now I'm thinking, well, what about gold? Don't worry, they got that. They got that covered. Senators seek to freeze Russian gold reserves. So the United States is going full pirate. Hello, Janine, Layla. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so our senators are going full pirate. Now they're stealing gold. Going back to the old days. Bipartisan group of senators offered legislation on Tuesday to freeze Russians' gold reserves, arguing the move would make it more difficult for Moscow to avoid the pain from international sanctions imposed over the country's invasion of Ukraine. The free world sanctions are devastating Russia's economy, and as long as Putin continues his unprovoked and horrific invasion, we must keep up the pressure. Senator Angus King of Maine, independent from Maine, said in a statement announcing the legislation. Russia's massive gold supply is one of the few remaining assets that Putin can use to keep his country's economy from falling even further. So now the U.S. senators is trying to steal gold just to starve people in Russia. It's crazy. Um, it's crazy. So, okay, the United States and the West are doing all this stuff. They're not allowing dollars. They're not allowing Bitcoin. They're not allowing Ethereum. They're sanctioning all that. They're trying to steal their gold, trying to freeze their gold. Can't use the gold. Can't pay in gold anymore if you're Russian. So where is Russia going to go to? Russia's going to the sweet arms of China. Here's a story from Russian state-sponsored media outlet RT, also banned. This is contraband here. This website is contraband. The U.S. has hinted at retaliation against China should it avoid following sanctions imposed on Russia after its attack on Ukraine late last month. Beijing, meanwhile, consistently argued that economic restrictions only exacerbate conflicts. So now the United States is like all pissed off that Russia and China are going to be doing more business together. During Monday's press briefing, so this was yesterday, White House spokesman Jen Psaki was asked if sanctions would push Moscow into deeper ties with Beijing. They can't backfill the impact of these sanctions from China. It's just not possible. Now we've also seen China abide by the sanctions that have been put in place. At the same time, Psaki noted that Beijing abstained from the UN General Assembly vote to condemn Russia's attack on Ukraine. If they don't abide by the sanctions, we always have, we clearly have the means to take steps, but that's what we've seen to date. So China says we are deep. China's envoy to the UN says we are deeply concerned with the ever-increasing unilateral sanctions, which are not a fundamental and effective way to solve this the problem. They will have serious humanitarian consequences and the spillover effects that will hurt other countries, as we're seeing today. Freedom gas, the Freedom Gallon, $9 coming soon. We just sent, we're not even going to be importing Russian oil anymore. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi called Moscow his country's most important strategic partner. The friendship between the two is ironclad, he says. In many countries, including the United States, imposed sweeping sanctions in response to its military campaign. Okay, so basically, yeah, we're like just saying fuck off to Russia, and they're going to start working with China. They've started using Union Pay. So Union Pay is the alternative or the Chinese version of MasterCard or Visa or American Express, people that process payments. So we don't even, they're already transacting with each other. They're not going to need us. We're stealing their gold. We're stealing their Bitcoin. We're stealing their money. So they're going to go use it somewhere else. Bringing back, actually, bringing back this legislation that's going to bringing back this legislation that's going to it's not even legislation. It's not even being voted in the House. Joe Biden. So Joe Biden is going to sign an executive order around cryptocurrency to regulate it. So Joe Biden's not going to do an executive order to legalize marijuana. He's not going to do an executive order to provide health care to everyone. He's not going to do an executive order to do anything unless it benefits him. But he's going to do something. He's going to do an executive order to regulate cryptocurrency. So that he does have ink for. President Joe Biden is expected to sign an executive order on cryptocurrency this week that will mark the first step towards regulating how digital currency is traded. The move comes as administration officials have raised concerns in recent weeks about Russia's use of cryptocurrency to invade, the impact of crushing sanctions in response to its invasion of Ukraine. The sanctions, all right. So the ruble is in trash. We know that. The order is expected to describe what government agencies, including the Treasury Department, need to do to develop policies and regulations on digital currencies. It is expected to include a request for the State Department to ensure that American cryptocurrency laws are aligned with those of U.S. allies and will ask the Financial Stability Oversight Council, which monitors the stability of the U.S. financial system, to study illicit financial concerns. So why doesn't this oversight committee council, were they like on vacation for the last 2 years? Because gas is going to be $9 a gallon. It's already $6 a gallon in San Francisco. 2 chicken breasts are like $25. What's up? Charlie Brown, thanks for dropping in. I'm almost finished up here, so you're not going to miss much, except Joe Biden's doing an executive order this week to regulate cryptocurrency. Because the dollar's doing so well. Additionally, the order will explore the possibility of a new central bank digital currency. It's almost like this is all planned. The Federal Reserve issued a paper on the topic in January that explores the risks and benefits of US-backed digital currency. Implicit in the order will be that cryptocurrency will remain part of the US economy for years to come. The White House plans to move forward with the executive order, first reported by Bloomberg News. We will continue to look at how sanctions work and evaluate whether or not there are liquid leakages, and we have the possibility to address them. I often hear cryptocurrency mentioned, and that is a channel. So, crypto. So, Coinbase, like I mentioned earlier, flagging any Russian accounts and any Bitcoin that deal with any Russian wallets, not accounts, wallets. So probably just going to create some laws around it now. So it's not Coinbase specific. It's not crypto.com specific. It's not whatever thousands of other wallets and exchanges there are. Crypto is one of the several spaces that the Biden administration is looking to shore up as it tries to make certain that sanctions on Russia have maximum impact. No way. I guess they're going to ban abalone shells. Can't trade abalone shells with Russia by next week. That's the new law. Can't even look at Russians. You can't even say, they're going to ban the word Russian. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for coming to the Apocalypse stream and staying till the end. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Actually, let me do a couple announcements here. Whoa. So if you stayed till the end, 5 people watching right now, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the broadcast. You can follow me directly on Twitter, Atres, whatever you want to call me, that's fine. Don't call me by my human name. Use the metaverse name. Thanks for joining. Peace out.